So it's a couple days after the MammothTUFF. I am still beaten to the ground from it. This is my first bike ride since. I did the 105-mile course and it nearly killed me. So because this is my first ride since the MammothTUFF, really just kind of out on a coffee recovery ride slash exploration ride, I guess. We're heading up the road from town, up Lake Mary Road. We've just passed Twin Lakes and we're just gonna see what we see. So I guess while I'm pedaling, I can do a little bit of race recap for the MammothTUFF. So I think there were about 90 something people that started the toughest route, the 105-mile route.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Cars are neutral after 5.1 miles.
About 66, I think, finished. I finished number 37. I hung on kind of with the front group until kind of the first climb, then things got separated a bit, and I guess you could say I was in the chase group for the breakaway for a while. I was putting out pretty good power for about the first half, up until the first aid station at mile 50 or 55, somewhere around there. I guess the other way of looking at that is I went way too hard for the first half. Our little chase group did pretty well. We stuck together for quite a while, maybe until mile 40, when we hit the first really bad stretch of sand. And when I say sand, I mean like it was like riding on a beach. We had to walk hiking through the sand, you know, sand up to our ankles, in our shoes, all that kind of stuff. Kind of nasty, very demoralizing. And so after that, we made it to the first aid station, and I cracked shortly after that. I cracked bad. I never bounced back. I started getting past around mile 55, 60. Cramps set in around 65. Around mile 65, my guy at an aid station told me I was probably around 14th or 15th place, which is really good, I think. I couldn't keep it up though. I just started crawling. My power dropped by 50%. Could barely manage zone 1. And the point I cracked at was basically like the lowest point in the race, kind of the turnaround point. So all the climbing was still left after I cracked, about 7,500 feet, a little bit less. So that was just misery for the rest of the day. There's still a decent amount of hike-a-biking after that as well, just because of the sand, especially up some of the climbs. So I did finish. I finished 37th out of the 66 finishers, which I'm pretty happy with considering how poorly I was doing during the race. It took me, I think, about 8 hours and 15 minutes of riding time, but I was out for like 9.5 hours, something like that, just at aid stations, trying to uncramp, things like that.
Let's give it up for number 78. Mason.
Yeah.
If I could try this, it'll help with the cramps.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
So at the time, I thought this would have been super convenient, but I didn't drive to the start line. I rode from my campsite, which is about 2.5 miles up a hill. So when I finished riding 105, 106 miles, I still had to ride 2.5 miles and a few hundred vertical feet up a damn hill. Recovering from that was pretty damn rough as well. That ride burned about 4,200 calories. And all of the washboards on the roads, the dirt roads, I guess it just really upset my stomach. I couldn't eat anything for a good 4 hours after I finished. Got back to the van, threw up, laid down in bed, and did not move for a very long time. after finishing the Mammoth Tough, I was so beaten down, kind of demoralized because I didn't do as well as I wanted to. I was telling myself, my God, I'm never going to do this again. That was just so miserable, especially because of the sand. The sand and the hike-a-bike really took it out of you. But now that I'm done, kind of want to do it again. There's something really rewarding, at least in retrospect, about finishing something that long and that hard. Like, suffering that much for over 9 hours and still finishing, even though you had wanted to quit since mile 50. It's kind of an addictive feeling, I guess. Endurance sports are cool. At the last aid station, though, I ran into a friend. Shout out to Chris, who owns Arrowhead Bicycles in Bishop. He gave me some good words of encouragement. He reminded me that from there on, it's all mental, that I can do it because I know how to suffer. Which I guess is right. And I guess that's just a reminder that it's absolutely incredible what you can push your body to do once you make up your mind to do it. Once you have your mind set like that, especially in an endurance sport or endurance event, it's amazing how far your body can go beyond what you originally thought it could do, if that makes sense. You always learn new things about yourself doing an endurance event like that. I was pretty happy with my setup though. I would make a couple changes. I'd like a little bit lower of a gear range just for some of the steeper climbs and to help spin things out a little bit more, especially towards the end when your energy is just shot. Happy with my tire choices, although they were mismatched. I have 650B tires, 2.1 Panaracer Gravel King on the front, and a 2.2 Maxxis Icon on the back, which did really well. The Icon has pretty good grip on the loose stuff. Happy with that. Might also swap my seat out. Had a Physique road saddle that got a little tiring after a while. Other than that, 3T Explorer, great. He's a beast.